Well, we got our fancy jackhammer hot cut tool here. Got a good bite on it. Now I want to start splitting this material. Hell yeah. We threw it, y'all. All it took was one good heat. Now, no! Anyway, so, turned our donut into a fucked up donut. Now, we're going to get back in the fire and we're going to slowly unroll it because the inner core is thicker than the outer core. I'm going to have to stretch that, and the outer core, or the outer edge, is going to be compressing as we unroll it into a bar. I want to slowly do that. That way I don't crack it, I don't make any inclusions, I don't make any delaminations. I want to take this as slow as I can. But yeah, get back in the fire. So we're going to work it over the horn. That way we can very slowly unfold this. I don't want to take any chances on it piping. So, got to stretch a little bit. Go back in the fire. Ah, I dropped it! It's titanium, it won't hurt it. Yeehaw! White sparks coming off of it. It's titanium for sure. Alright. Slowly getting bigger. It's almost horseshoe shaped now. Alright, I'm going to reposition a little bit onto the face of the anvil. Get it stretched out some more. Arguing me. Got an even bigger opening. So we're gonna keep doing this until it gets straightened out. Boink. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Toward the edge where I'm hammering, it's wanting to mushroom. So from here, we're just gonna slowly work it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until it gets to where we want it. All right, something I need to explain. So all these lines that you see in there are from hammering and the material being moved. Right? Titanium does not like to be moved. I don't know why. I don't know the science behind it. All I know that it doesn't move like steel moves in the forge. But on this side too, you can see them. Those lines, those can form cracks later on, and most of the time they're just surface. They don't go subsurface, they're just there. And I can grind those out and smooth those down on the belt sander or with an angle grinder or something here in a little while, but for right now I want to get the bar formed. That way whenever I start hammering it into a knife shape, then I can grind off all those lines smooth, and with the material I have left over from there, then make my knife shape. That way they're not there. Got a boomerang shape now. So from here, we're just going to keep slowly unraveling this. Remember, every part of this anvil has a very specific purpose. Use the tool for what it's made for.
Preparation for nothing.
Oh no. Oh, we got one last corner to straighten out. Then I'm going to start hammering flat so we can get a good sized bar out of it. And there's plenty of thickness to make a good sized knife out of this. So. Alright, so I got to take a couple heats and get this oblong piece of metal back straight and square and true. But yeah, it's slowly coming together. I'll probably use this section for the handle and then this section for the blade, or I may do vice versa. It just depends on how it looks whenever I get it straightened out. But that's what we're going to do for the rest of this video, is just work on straightening it and flattening it. Big Iron, you said it would have been an honor to work on this. Well, the hammer you made is going toward working on it. Alright. So, like I said, you have to work titanium hot. I don't like working it at this temperature because it's still very, very, very tough. But we're gonna continue hammering and flattening and shaping to the way we want it. So, I got a little spot right here, right down in that pin that has a bunch of little cracks on it. That's where it was thin. So, what I want to do is stop right here for now, for a few minutes, and grind on that to make sure it doesn't become a problem for later. And while I'm there, I'm going to go ahead and clean up everything else on this bar, and then we'll get it back in push. Okay. So, shut the porters down for a minute, and on these two real narrow spots, I was starting to get some stress cracks, fractures from stretching the material the way it didn't want to move, and I got those ground out and cleaned up. At the thickest here and down here, I'm about 5/16, which is good. There's more than enough material there, and here and here I'm just over 3/16. So if I leave it at 1/8 of an inch thick, that should be enough material there for a good sized blade if I do a full bevel on the profile, and there should be more than enough material here for a handle, so for a good sized handle and a decent sized blade. So what I'm going to do is start thinning it this way and stretching it this way. That way I can get a good size handle for it, and then I'll have enough material here for a decent sized blade after I stretch it out and a little bit wider. So here we go.